Hello, world. Hi. How are you doing? I am doing well. This is Heather Alexandra for Kotaku.com, a video game website about video games. I am joined in the booth by Professor
Pablo, actually. The life of Pablo. It's me, Paul Tamayo.
It's Paul Tamayo.
This is one of my saves from a lot earlier on. I'm way further along than this, but
He has played a lot of Fire Emblem.
I've played a lot.
It's dominating the office right now, so we are playing more of it.
It's taking the office by storm, or it's spreading like
wildfire.
Oh my God, I'm sorry, everybody. Anyway, let's start by checking our certification. So we're just gonna take a casual stream here, and if you have any questions and or comments, drop them in the chat.
Keep it real chill.
Keep it chill. Everybody, chill out.
So Paul here has
he
is doing the Golden Deer House. I have chosen Black Eagle. I'm gonna write about some of the houses later on today, but we've gotten far enough in this save that we can start to try and put people into advanced classes. And our boy Claude here,
look at that percentage.
Got a 69% chance of becoming the best.
I say we go for it.
Yeah.
Because what do we have to lose? Also, this is a save that I'm going to abandon. So
yeah, we don't.
We're going to go.
You only have the one advanced seal here, though. So we're gonna start off. We're gonna start off very bold.
I'm gonna let it play through too. Like I'm gonna build up.
Yeah, we're gonna see if this dude gets it. We're gonna know right away if he's like.
This was me all.
I think he
throughout
fucked
school.
it up.
No, he's got it. He's got.
Bullshit.
Let's go.
Congratulations, buddy.
It's like me. All throughout high school.
Oh, look at that! Look at him. He looks good here.
Yeah, that looks.
Let's establish one thing. Claude looks good and everything. He got +1 resistance, but he did stat up.
Yeah, let's
class
change
up,
it out.
so that's good.
Yeah, this outfit is hot.
Yeah.
It's sizzling.
And then
what's
the class that you can? What is that class? Is that hero? Oh, assassin is the one that you have statistics for.
But we just gave that.
Swordmaster will require a. Hero is available. Hero, it sucks because hero is available only to male characters in this game.
Really?
Yes.
Trash.
So this is around the point where I am story wise in my game, like lengthwise, and I'm gonna go for Swordmaster and just like mess people up. So we're gonna explore the monastery.
Let's do it. Yeah. So I strategically picked a spot that was like, oh, let's change his outfit first of all. Let's go to that cute little.
So let's just explain to folks who are not aware.
Let's go without clothes.
That so in Fire Emblem 3 Houses, you can dress like you're some sort of off-brand.
Look at this fool.
Valkyria Chronicles character.
Look at this.
You can do a couple different things. Your time is mostly split between battles and then running around the Garrigmach Monastery, where you are a professor teaching one of 3 houses of students how to be wonderful child soldiers.
Yeah, exactly.
Because man, what builds the memories and teamwork more than just killing people together?
You also have the power to just walk through.
Yeah, you can walk through a lot of stuff. Nintendo Switch game. Sorry that we're not on the Xbox One
I know.
X.
Sorry we're not streaming in 4K. In all 4Ks. Let's talk to
serious question before I start playing. Somebody says, will female Byleth's outfits get better? I think her like mercenary outfits and stuff are pretty good.
And you can change it now if you download the if you get the DLC.
Somebody's asking how many queer romance options are available in this game. Not many. I don't know the number off the top of my head. Just letting people know.
It is limited.
It's very limited. I think there might be only one male queer option. There's a couple more for women, I think. I think it's like 3 or 4, and then some characters can still pair off. So like, you can't romance one character as a woman, but she can still pair off with another gal.
Also, I want to say, as tempting as it is to fast travel, a lot of the times you do want to kind of
you want to walk around and see everything
because you will pick up stuff that's dropped around the monastery.
I can't bear it.
I'm gonna skip through this. I'm sorry.
She's one of the teachers.
What do you want to do? You want to take her to tea? You want to
no, because like, what
training?
do you stand to gain from bringing her to tea? You should train things that you think that you want to do.
Let's do this.
You should do tea with students who you actually want to see some growth from.
No, I know. This is just like a throwaway save, though. So if chat wanted to
yeah.
see that, let me know.
Hey.
So yeah, so grab all the smithing stones that are laying about and like the bait and fish.
Someone's
and
asking. So there's less kissing in this game than Awakening. Yeah, because the Awakening is very much based upon that dubious notion of like, hey, let's match up all our characters and have like perfect genetical like stats for our buds. Oh, buddy, come on. should have been perfect.
Shit.
But there's
Shit.
still plenty of other stuff.
Shit.
Oh, come on.
I feel like there's a delay. It's not just me.
What are you doing? But I can answer some questions about this game because I've been playing quite a bit over the weekend.
Yes, same. I also love fishing. I spend way too much time fishing, to be honest.
I mean, in general, when you're walking around the monastery, you should always stop and do a little bit of gardening, do a little bit of fishing, because it
It's
still
free XP.
gives you free experience towards your professor ranking.
and you
And
get,
the higher your professor ranking is, the more other activities you can do.
and you also get stuff to give to your students,
Yes.
like flowers, and you can make things with the fish.
And certain fish can be cooked for certain stat benefits when you cook meals together with people. Lindhart, he's Black Eagle. He's in my class
Yeah, that
that I'm
guy.
in. So I chose Black Eagle, and I'm writing a guide today that's a little bit more in-depth, hopefully, than some of the other which Fire Emblem houses class should you pick.
Yeah.
So this one will have a little bit more to tell you about, like, hey, which one do you want? Should I pick if I really want, like, the beefiest story? Which one has, like, the easiest start? I've had a little bit more time
This is fun.
to tell people that.
This
Oh,
is
it's a
fun.
good Legatus Tower.
Yeah, so this is a part where, like, this guy's also a blast to always talk to, so make sure to stop by the gatekeeper and just give him a quick little chat. But here you're, like, deciding, like, who do I have interest in, or who do I have, like, a decent connection with, a decent bond. In this case, in my actual playthrough, I chose Hilda. This time around, let's choose
Leone.
Yeah.
Leone, who is in your class by default. She's Golden Deer by default, but I actually got her to join Black Eagles. Because if you focus on certain stat growths or do some supports with folks, you can actually get students from other classes to join your class.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit of work, and you're not going to be able to get everybody in like a single playthrough just because you're stat. Because otherwise, you're going to be like, now I'm learning a bunch about spears. Now I'm learning magic. And Byleth, which is the main character's default name, their stat growth would be all over the place, and you don't want to do that.
I'm going to just try to repair.
The Blessed Lance.
Ah, dang it.
You don't have any mithril.
I'm going to get her I'm going to buy her a steel one. Or is it silver or steel? Which one's better? I forget which one it
Silver is better than
Silver is
steel.
better than steel.
It's training, iron, steel, silver,
Yeah.
blessed, killer.
Let's get her a silver one.
So somebody's asking for recruiting other people. Is it Byleth stats that are used, or is it all the party members? As far as I can tell from what I've played, and I've recruited 3 different characters now, it's checking against a couple of things. It's checking Byleth's stats in the particular areas that those students are interested in. It's checking your charisma score a little bit. I think so, anyway. And then it's definitely checking your support ranking because, so there's a character named Felix who's part of, I think, Blue Lion, but he's a really good swordsman.
He's a dick, though.
So he's an asshole, but he's a really good unit on the field, and so I wanted him in my class. And that meant investing in swords, which I had the stats for. But I still couldn't get him to join my class, and then I brought him into some missions with us as, like, just a dude from another class who can join us for a little bit temporarily. And then we built up enough rapport to do a support scene. And then that gave me enough to actually recruit him into my class. So
Nice.
it's checking a couple things when you're recruiting characters. I wish I could just dive into the game's code and see what the formula is. I'd be super fascinated.
It's super fascinating.
But it's definitely checking those stats specifically in Byleth. It's checking supports. Like, I bet you your support just is like a multiplier. It's like a multiplicative bonus towards, like, whatever.
Yeah, so in my save, at least shortly after this point, I'd recruited Petra and Ingrid, two of my favorite characters.
Some characters, like, their requirements are really, really low. So I'm playing as female Byleth. And the first time I went around the monastery, I talked to Sylvain, who I think is Blue Lion as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's like a super big womanizer.
Yeah.
And he joined my class immediately. And I'm wondering if that had to do with the fact that I was female Byleth. But
That's interesting.
I immediately was like, hey, how's it going? And he was like, I want to join your class. And I was like, I didn't even do anything. So certain characters' thresholds are really much lower than others. Some characters are pickier than others.
Yeah, someone brings up the map too. The map is extremely
great.
useful in a lot of ways. So
you can fast travel, see where people are.
You can fast travel. You can also see who has new stuff to say, and like if they have something that will increase your support level, they'll have a little like special speech bubble next to them.
All the quests are.
Yeah, like here, so if we wanted to,
like this is probably going to be Rhea asking you to be like. She had a quest earlier in the story where she was like, hey, some people in your class seem really stressed, and I have all these herbs. And I was like, thank you.
Thanks, girl.
Thanks, like, weed pope. Like, fantastic.
Weed
Oh,
pope.
this is probably the one telling you of the dance contest?
Oh, yeah, select a student. So I have to, like, pick.
So one thing that's going to happen here is there's something called the White Heron Cup, which is a dance contest between all the houses. You want to win this because I'll just spoil it. If you win it, you can unlock the dancer class.
Oh yeah.
I don't consider that a big enough spoiler to like be too worried about. I'm not telling you like the secret identity of villains or whatever.
Yeah.
But this is something that you want to focus on because you can get a different class. You can it's a chance to once you choose your character who's going to be the person in the dance competition, you can talk with them and do a dance lesson with them that gives them like a boost to charisma and stuff.
Yeah.
It's really good. There's a lot of cool options here.
We got a good question in chat right now. Someone, Buddy Born's asking, how do you prioritize your daily activity points? I have a hard time deciding what to do. So I'm curious to see what you think, and I'll also give my input here.
So I usually do a tea session with a student whose support I want to see desperately, or like a student who I'm trying to recruit into my class. So I do at least one tea session. I do at least one faculty training. For a while it's been in the things that people I'm trying to recruit are interested in. I'm trying to focus now on sword lessons so I can get sword master a little easier. And then after that I kind of play it by ear. Sometimes it's meals. Very rarely it's choir practice.
Yeah, I rarely ever choose choir practice.
Choir practice is not. I don't get the sense it's a very popular one.
Oh, there's I kind of I follow the same formula. Like depending on how many points I have, it also goes up with your professor level.
Yeah, my advice would be like start with like one or two things each session that you think you want to do, and then just do whatever's like strikes your mood. I think the structure of this game makes it really tempting to think that you have to min-max and plan a bunch of shit out, but it's like that's no way to play a game, damn it. Like, just chill.
One thing I would also recommend is, and this was actually also in my tips video. If you haven't seen that, I forgive you. Go into your little roster here or your goals tab, and then see what everyone's motivation levels are like. Because you don't have to, if you don't want to spend an activity point, going to cook or eat or go to choir practice, what you can do is you can just go up to whatever character it is you want to raise their motivation levels and just give them flowers or give them things.
Yeah, if you have items or things like that, or if you sit down and look at like your lost items, anytime you give somebody an item that they've lost back, it'll give them some motivation and things too.
Yeah.
So if you see something that's like, hey, this is for somebody who's a big eater, it's like, that's for Raphael.
Right.
So you go and give him that and you'll boost his motivation.
Yeah, and someone also is like, I don't usually fish and garden. Do it! It's super useful.
Fish and garden at least once or twice every time. It doesn't cost you any experience, like activity points, and it's free experience towards your professor rank.
This is also something that you can lose track of here, these little statues.
The statues.
Back here. Super helpful.
The statues of the gods.
See, like in this case,
in this save, you have all of this. So as you play the game, you earn something called renown,
right?
Which is then spent here on these statues that give buffs that include permanent stat buffs to certain skills, permanent experience gain bonuses and stuff.
Yeah, each one also has different things.
The thing that I would recommend is go through each of the statues until the third tier on each to get the experience boost as soon as possible.
Yeah, totally.
And then from there, look at like the stat distribution of your class and see which statue might be the one that's the most useful to you.
It's kind of cool too because the statues, like their appearance will actually change the more you show them some love.
These are all the gods. Including Saint Keyhole.
You're all set. This one?
Not making that up. That's how it's pronounced.
I know.
100% Saint Keyhole.
I am just a grown
Saint
child.
Cythline, Keyhole, McLeal.
This one?
All sorts of stuff.
Okay, now you can be like, just go as Tim would say, hog wild on whatever thing you want.
Yeah, then you just choose whatever statue you want, buddy.
Shout out to Tim.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go back here.
These are worth checking out. I think the first time you actually are told about these statues, it's a quest either from Rhea or what's his name, Seteth.
Yeah.
Seteth.
It's real easy to forget about these. So yeah, glad we could help at least some folks out in the chat.
Yeah, just always check in the chapel.
Yeah.
Swing by here. If you're doing quests, you're earning renown. If you're doing story missions, you tend to be earning stuff.
Very much. Have you heard yet? If you have yet to choose.
Sorry, I'm like kind of breezing through here.
Do you mind terribly if I volunteer?
See, someone will volunteer, and I'm gonna say no. I'm sorry.
So
Sorry,
she was very
girl.
nice about it.
She was nice about it. What's her motivation? Oh, she's good. So yeah, we're good. Yeah, and like Heather said too.
What do you have for lost items right now?
Oh, I got
curiosity?
a bunch of stuff. Let's just
Just talk
dig
to her
through
and
it,
see
yeah.
if she's got one.
I
So
know
we can kind of show people what this is. Don't hit yes.
Ignatz has one for sure.
Uh,
So yeah, so someone who likes hiding away doing needlework. Slashy clothes.
needlework would be Bernadette. Antique clasp is her.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
fine.
Heck yeah.
Here's the hint on that one. It says an outdated design. And she's into like old stuff.
That's cool.
There was one for like pelts there that's like
Huh?
10,000%
There's a
Petra.
dance So,
I love Marianne.
Yeah, I'm trying to recruit her now in my Black Eagle playthrough.
Oh, she is a beast.
You could invite her to tea.
I'm actually gonna try to invite someone who I know really well. I know her fairly. Oh, there's also something back here. I don't know. Do these cost?
No, they don't. So
don't
this
cost
is
anything.
also something you should always check the chapel for a couple things. This is the advice box.
Yeah.
This is also a way to give people motivation.
Oh shoot, I was okay.
A professor's job seems so repetitive. It's the same thing every day after day. I used to be interested in teaching, but that seems too boring for someone like me.
I'm gonna say each day is full of unique challenges.
Bam, bam, bam. Give it a go.
Oh man.
That was Catherine? Really? You should have been like,
Whatever.
you should have been like, every day you should punch somebody in the face.
Okay, here we
This
go.
is Ferdinand. Tell him Lawrence would be the one to go to for tea.
For tea.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
100%. So it's nice because I know who some of these students are.
These are like little pop quizzes. I've reunited with my daughter after years of being apart, but I'm the only one who left her in the first place. I don't know what to say or even how to speak to her. Just love her and treat her with kindness
Okay, yeah,
is what I would say.
could go for it. This is
Yeah.
Gilbert. Gilbert, who I always forget exists.
Spread love, baby. So that's a really cool way to
Yeah.
strengthen bonds with people, and again, it's really easy to skip that thing and just run right past it.
Yeah, I
easily.
say like today's just kind of like our tips day or like our
Yeah.
casual like tip stream day.
Word.
Somebody's asking when you recruit a student, do you add them to your roster or do you have to switch people out? They're just added to your
They're
roster.
just added to your roster.
But
yeah.
you can only field a certain amount of units per battle anyway.
Yeah, but you can set them up as adjutants, so they can get XP even if they're not actively in the
Right,
field.
which is kind of like pairing up units in older games,
Right.
where you'll have a character that's bound to
yeah.
another who still gains experience, even though they're not the primary unit on the field, which is nice. So
Someone's saying fuck Lawrence, and you know what? I said the same thing in the beginning, and you know what? Lawrence grew on me over time.
and
especially.
the thing that everybody says, so there is a time skip in this game.
Yeah.
This is something that has been in marketing material. And people tell me that Lawrence is
I'm glad but I can't
He gets hot.
kind of cool after the time skip.
He gets hot. I can confirm. Lawrence gets cool as fuck after the time skip.
We are in
Um,
the, for the record, the just turn around for like 2 seconds
Oh yeah.
to show them. So this is the amiibo gazebo.
Meebo gazebo.
Come here with all of your amiibo to scan and get items. Fire Emblem character amiibos drop things like special music that you can play during battles or things like that.
That's sick.
I came in here the other day with all my bootleg amiibo cards that I got during the course of reporting out a story about bootleg amiibos and just had a bunch of items.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what the heck this
Run
guy's.
around. This is Gilbert again.
Cannot be true that our
Cannot
civilized
be
arm
true.
could turn again. To think that
I can be a
someone
voice
I know
actor.
not how far to take my search.
Even the students, B.
Yes.
My character's
He
from
likes
New
that,
York.
yeah.
my character's from New York.
Yo, have you considered being
Hey yo,
A request.
did you hear about this shit?
Yo, dead ass?
I gotta stop cursing. Dang
yo,
it.
you're my guy.
Hey yo. When I come in at the start of every class. All right, let's
You
strengthen
immediate-
your writing. 'Cause I'm trying
You're
to
riding.
recruit Petra, who I recruited in my real game.
Oh yeah, you did. That's right. I remember
Yeah.
seeing that on one of your save
I
files.
still have much to learn.
I still have much to learn.
Oh, see, so the sound of the bell means
That's how you know you've used all your ability points.
use all my ability points. So, what's one more thing we can show off before we jump into the next thing? That's pretty much
Yeah, I mean, you can.
everything.
I was gonna say maybe a tournament, but that involves skill
ability-
points.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe next time. Maybe if we have time after a battle.
Yeah. or we can do a tea
Yeah.
thing or whatever. Hi, how do you get the costume? I think you always have access to this, don't you?
So I believe I downloaded the DLC. I don't know if it's
Oh, that might be it.
yeah, that's how I got it. I don't know if it's like available for free as an update or something. I don't think it is off the top of my head.
But
Maybe
if you
someone
want
else
to
can answer.
change outfits, you can change them in your room by looking at your journal.
Yeah.
And
Let's
then
just see what
it
my
also
boy
allows
has
you,
there.
for instance, to take off your coat.
With that whole
Yeah.
Tomas business, considering this recent rash of and then there's the White Heron Cup. Sheesh.
Oh, do it.
What portion
Yeah,
of
boy.
wrestling to represent
Yo,
our
dance with
community?
us.
Don't be
I need you to
afraid
Millie
say
Rock at the
things.
Heron Cup.
I mean,
I need you to represent for the Golden Deer.
And then we're gonna have to remember to do a lesson with him.
Yeah. Okay.
Somebody is saying, I've heard this is like a Harry Potter game. Sort of.
Pretty much.
There's
It's
multiple
anime Harry
houses.
Potter.
It's got everything except Gryffindors? No, I guess Blue Lion would be Gryffindor. And then Black Eagle is Slytherin, and then Golden Deer is Hufflepuff. There's no Ravenclaw house, really.
No. What are you?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
It's just like one of my Japanese animes.
I would watch the hell out of a Harry Potter
anime?
though. Whew.
Be okay?
I mean, it's basically My Hero Academia. Okay, so let's get to work.
My Harry Academia. I couldn't make a joke out of it. I tried. I was gonna be like my Hero Academia. Didn't work.
You're
Bo-
a hero, Harry.
Bows and authority.
Bows and authority. Oh yeah, and then get that
that
perf.
was easy. Thanks.
Hit him with the perf.
I could get used to this.
Nailed it.
If you see characters who have like the skills that have little stars to the next to their name, means that's like one of their hidden potentials,
Yeah,
which means that they actually earn points in it a little faster.
a budding talent.
So if you see somebody who's like, I'm really good at magic, but also got 3 stars next to a spear thing, then you know, hey, I could actually very easily turn them into like a lance unit or like a Pegasus Knight or something.
Yeah, and if you go over here to the goals tab, like let's say I wanted to change up his focus, I can set him a custom
Yeah,
focus.
so my recommendation for this is something that I should tell folks right away is like look up either through a wiki or like the advancement page like for classes, like what the requirements for each class is, and then like plan ahead. So if it's like sheesh gosh, I want Petra to become a Falcon Knight later on. Well, that means I gotta focus on flying. That means I gotta focus on lance, and that means I gotta start thinking about it pretty early. You have a decent amount of flexibility, but if you sleep on stats and all of a sudden you're like, I actually want to be a mage, like making that switch can be difficult.
Yeah.
So I would say think about who your units are. Think about the things you like to play as in these games, or things that sound cool, and just look ahead. Like
Yeah, plan ahead.
for strategy games, don't feel bad about consulting like very lightly guides about, oh, my axe ranking needs to be at,
Let's do this.
A rank, and my brawling needs to be at, B rank for me to become a war master or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. Or watch a stream where we give you helpful tips.
Yeah. Very good stuff. This is Hilda.
I love Hilda.
I really know her much.
Oh, she's the best.
Well, I remember like the first time you told me about her, you were like, I don't know about her.
Really? Oh, yeah, because I was kind of like,
Yeah, you were
she's
like,
a little lazy.
you're like dead ass. I don't know.
She's a little lazy, and she has this like character trait where she's like, I want everyone else to do the work for me. But then you put her in the field, and she's just demolishing left and right, and you're like, girl.
Yeah, so somebody's asking, are you able to buy spell books from vendors later? So spells are tied directly to your growth stats in faith or reason. I don't know if you can just buy tomes that's like, I want to buy Nosferatu. It's like you don't need to, because I think you get Nosferatu at like
Don't stop.
D rank faith or something. This is kind of a late, it's kind of the way that stats and everything and magic and things are handled in this, it's not quite the same as some of the other Fire Emblems.
Ooh.
As long as you're trained in a skill, and your class doesn't explicitly disallow that skill, you can still use it. So like even if you're in a class that maybe is traditionally something you think of for axes, but you still have somebody who's trained really well in lances, as long as that class isn't like, hey, you can't use lances at all, you can still have them fight using lances.
Yeah.
And then in the meantime, maybe have them study axes or whatever.
I'm gonna keep that the way it is. Let's kick it.
Hey,
Yep.
can I ask
So
you
yeah, leveling Faith and Reason will give you a lot of access to a lot of magic skills. Claude, what do you need? That was a fascinating lecture, but now my brain is fried. I feel like I need a change of pace to reinvigorate me. What do you recommend?
You know what I would recommend, Claude? I would recommend going for a stroll around the monastery.
Man, I hope you're right.
now there's an
Yes, sir.
You want to get these right because they give a fair amount of professor experience. If you get them wrong, it's kind of a bummer.
I don't
Like,
like-
look at all that experience.
I don't like to skip it. I
That's
just
killer.
soak it all in. I just
Ooh,
like to.
boy.
Yeah.
Are you gonna hit it?
Ooh.
You are. Oh my god.
Everyone, please congratulate me in the chat. Thank you
Well done.
in advance.
I'm impressed.
Um,
You might have a higher professor ranking than me at this point than I had in the story.
Bernadetta.
Bernadetta. This is a chance to show off tea parties.
Do you know her well?
Yeah, she's Black
Okay,
Eagle.
let's
She's my
host a
girl.
tea
She's
party.
super. So she's super jumpy and hides inside of her
Oh yeah.
thing.
Let's do the crescent moon.
Oh, I forget which one's her favorite.
Well, we get 3-star for that one. Or does she have a favorite? that she
Every
mentioned?
student has a favorite tea. Try sweet apple. Try the one right at the top. I think it might be her.
What is it? Did I do something wrong?
Might
Girl,
be your
you
might
need
be
to
your favorite.
chill. All right, so you gotta help me with this one.
Yeah, offer some tea.
What?
You gonna take a sip?
Poor kid. Talk.
Here we go.
Either gifts you like to receive or children at the market.
Big one.
Gifts,
Gifts. Yes.
but not heart racing memories because she's terrified of everything.
Yeah.
Next one.
I think it's this one.
Might be. It could be food or monastery security. We gotta choose.
Which one?
Try security. Fuck.
Oh.
I figured she's all jumpy. She might like it. Overcoming weaknesses.
Yes. But
100%.
If we get all 3,
You get a nice charisma boost.
yeah, and then you can do this like little like thing with the camera where you zoom in and out, and you keep talking and joking, laughing, and then you can give them gifts.
Yeah, but that's still decent tea time. All
Yeah, that's
things
pretty good.
considered.
It still strengthen our bond.
Would anybody know why my Flane,
Flame.
who is a Pegasus Knight, can't equip magic even though she has faith spells? It's possible that the Pegasus
Well, Professor,
Knight class
impressed?
itself disallows the use of magic. So sometimes classes will lock you out of using certain skills. So I can't be, you know, I can't be just a plain old cavalier and fire bows. I have to specifically eventually spec into bow knight or whatever. So for a while I'll be riding on a horse, but I don't think I'll be able to use bows. I forget. There's some things there. So yeah, show them certifications again for 1 second.
Let's kick it.
What I mean by looking ahead to see what requirements are is like peek here and see like what classes there might be, and you can actually peek and see very often like what the requirements are.
Yeah, let me just pick a good one. Okay, so let's say Pablo, for example.
Yeah, you can see like what all the requirements are for classes. So like shit, Pablo I want him to be this, and then you'll know
Like, I
what
need
you
to be-
want to focus on.
I gotta be.
This
better
is
with
just
my bow.
this is just in general like a really good tip for like planning out your character's routes a little bit ahead of time.
You know what's also an obvious but really helpful tip?
Fight.
It's
No,
fight
no.
for one, but also this is gonna sound so stupid. I'm gonna do this one. What is this one? Western Church extremists have taken over.
This is the one that I think you were doing at the apartment that one time.
There are not any like spoilers or anything, right?
Besides the deal with them as
Oh yeah.
siblings. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so I won't do that one. Let's just do like one of these quests.
One thing you should know here is that certain quests will use up your action points, and
Yep.
then some of them don't. On higher levels, everything you do will use up one of your ability or like action points here. But if you want to, the ones that don't use up anything, you can grind to those repeatedly to build up your skills, to build up your supports, or to just level up your characters a little bit. But otherwise, if you do a quest, if you do a paralog, you're going to end up using an activity point.
Nice.
And right now, I think you have 2 of them, so quite a bit of battle. Oh, my laptop's gonna die.
Oh no.
It's okay. I got my glasses and stuff.
I can hand you my laptop.
Dun, dun,
Let's check.
dun,
So
dun.
also check out the map first. What do we got?
like
do we got?
lots of axe dudes.
Bunch of scrubs, and they're all on the right side. This is gonna be mad easy. Okay, so then.
Gotta get a Pegasus Knight, bud.
Oh yeah, so I don't like this early save for mine. I don't have any people that I've recruited yet, so we're just gonna have to roll with what we got. Well, let's move some people around though.
So I'm gonna flip down my laptop and watch.
Flip it.
Ignatz, who's a bit of a quiet boy.
Good. I love this piano riff.
Ignatz,
Kill it. Kill it.
as if I had Noah Caldwell Gervais in my army.
All right, let's do it.
That's a deep cut for all you critical writer fans.
Okay,
Ready and
let's
willing.
kick it.
And remember, we upgraded Claude at the beginning of this
Oh yes, he's got more range.
to Sniper, which is like really great. Has more range. That 69% chance really paid off. Critical? Are you kidding me?
Hey, look at my boy.
Gorgeous.
Look at the twirl.
Nailed it.
Look at the finesse. Come on, everybody.
We should also show them very briefly what happens when you zoom in on the map for people who haven't seen it.
Whoa.
Yeah, you can zoom all the way into your unit level, and then if you
Stay
select
focused.
people, you can run around,
Run around like a fool.
sort of Valkyria Chronicles style, but
Yeah.
not quite as active. Which is nice, because I love Valkyria Chronicles. It's one of my favorite tactics series.
This is silly as heck. I like it. I like it a lot. I like stupid.
You're technically still on the grid,
Yeah,
and you can
see
still
it.
see it down there.
Yeah.
Takes a little bit of adjustment to get used to. I don't use it a lot because so Gita reviewed this game for us here at Kotaku.com, but before that I had been somebody who'd been playing a lot of Fire Emblem stuff for the site, including things like Shadows of Valencia and games like that. So sticking with the classic view is like my preference, but
Yeah,
you
same.
can still hop in and get like a cool view of everything if you want, and you'll be fine. Try not to get anyone killed though.
I think they're all pretty low level. I don't think I'm gonna get.
Yeah, I
killed by
mean, in
anybody.
this you probably won't, but I mean, I'm just saying it'd be very tragic.
I mean, we got that divine.
Yeah,
pulse.
some people are saying like, "Oh, I didn't know about that. I'm 10 hours in. I haven't done that yet." Yeah, it's just a thing you can do.
It's real dumb.
Yeah, it's really interesting to be like, "Hey, zoom in."
I love it.
It feels a little bit like a weird random flex of
The
like,
tech.
like look what we can do. And
Like they have feet. Yo, check it out. They got feet. All right.
Let's get to it.
they're an armored knight, and he got feet. Well, you say that, but remember, in Awakening, characters did not have proper
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah, I know.
They had the
Ooh.
like the horse hooves.
Oh
Oh
my.
boy, she is so great.
Dude,
Leveling up characters in Magic is great. In my Black Eagle house right now, I have Dorothea as a mage, and then I have Hubert as a dark mage, which is, if you fight certain enemies in this game, and defeat them, they drop dark seals, which let you spec into like really cool random special classes. Which is nice. Should heal some folks.
Yeah. Wait, how do I have? Okay, I got Flame and.
Does she have just heal, or does she have physic too? Because if she has physic, she can heal from pretty much everywhere.
Let's check. Let's kick it. Oh yeah, she does.
Physics range is massive.
Yeah, let's do. Let's hook
Doesn't
her
have a
up.
lot of charges though. Oh, she looks great.
Yeah, right.
Like that's a really good outfit on her.
She looks even better post time skip.
Cannot wait to have her join Black
Oh,
Eagles.
it's good. Oh wait, what? Okay.
Yeah, knowing where enemies are going to attack next is very nice, and something that we didn't really have indications of in previous Fire Emblem games, or not all previous Fire Emblem games. there's we are living in a post I guess a post Into the Breach world.
Yeah.
You can't compete with me.
You can't compete with me.
I can back up if I want. Yeah, let's back up here.
I almost did the wahahaha laugh, which is what Therion does in Octopath Traveler, which is a weird thing to say because the voice actor who plays Therion, Chris Noisy, I forget how to say his name, is the original male voice actor for Byleth, who is being replaced.
They got him out the paint.
Because supposedly for breaking some sort of NDA of some kind.
Appreciate that.
Is that like the official
I think that's part of it.
response? Yeah.
I'm not going to speculate.
Yeah.
I want to say that because that's something that's more concrete than saying like, oh, he's a bad person. I don't know them. I just know that male Byleth is getting replaced. Do the lines indicate that they will definitely attack there or that it's possible threats? It's 100% that they're going to attack that character.
Yeah. You could also, I mean, obviously go over there and like...
You can see the
do that
change
if you
too.
want.
You can see the change too if you put certain enemies like in the path of others to block them. You can see the little line change
Yeah.
and say like, hey, actually we're gonna, because you moved your weak mage up here, the AI in all its wisdom is like, well, we're just gonna attack them, which makes sense.
Skirt.
Yeah, you do get used to it after a while. And then, like Paul kind of showed off for 2 seconds there, you still have that option, like in most Fire Emblem games, to look at the map and see where the danger squares are.
Yeah. I do that if there are like archers on the other side.
It's really useful to know if you're on the other side of walls and there's like mages or archers
Yeah.
or something, which I think is just a matter of hitting like the X button or something.
I think you just tap them with A.
Yeah, it's like I forget what the buttons on the Switch controller are. It's like I don't fucking know. So what is she right now?
Ooh, yeah.
What's her class? So she must be a brigand or whatever.
Yeah, I think she's a brigand.
Yeah. So that's what I spec'd Edelgard into.
Lost to me?
And it turns out that Edelgard is like beast mode. Like Claude's powerful as an archer, but Edelgard, I can't think of the last time I've had a character in a Fire Emblem game who's had quite the absolute monster amounts of stat growth that she's had.
Holding A here to fast forward.
Yeah. And so those are battalions. You kind of hire them out to your buds, and they give you some little bonuses. Do it. Do it.
Do it, Ignatz.
Anakin, I am weak. Help me.
Huh? It worked out.
One of my favorite things he says right before an attack is, "I'm so sorry."
Ignatz. Yeah, he's a little bit of a doofus,
It's great. I love it.
but he's our doofus.
He's my doofus.
Uh,
Who needs some?
well, he's your doofus. He's not my doofus because he ain't joining Black Eagle House in my playthrough because I'm focused on Marianne now.
She's good.
She's great.
She's good.
I need another good healing option, and I don't want to use flame.
Yeah, he's just a boy who loves to paint.
Loves
You know
painting.
what? As someone who went to art school, I understand him so much.
It's great. All these characters are pretty good.
Ooh.
They don't have as much like immediate discernible like powerful personality, I think, as like at a glance as some of the characters from like Awakening.
Yeah.
Oh man, if you feed them that far forward, for real, like that feels dangerous to
Yeah, I
me.
know it's a little dangerous.
That seems like super dangerous.
When you see all those lines start like looking at you, it's like.
But I think these characters have like really good supports. Put them in cover, right?
In here, yeah.
Yeah.
I was hoping to get far enough to.
Eh.
I mean, I could. No, I want them to get like close, but not too close.
I mean, you'll dodge most of those.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll dodge the axe guys for sure.
Well, hopefully I can like. Yeah. Okay. So I can relieve some of the pressure.
Yeah, so you can kind of split it up a bit.
Yeah, split up the attacks a bit.
Yeah, good.
See if hopefully they won't Not put him in here.
Nah, yeah, that's tricky.
Yeah, let's do that.
But he's in cover again, so
Yeah,
that's
he's
good.
in cover. Yeah, this is like that Into the Breach. I'm just gonna stare at this screen on the train to work.
It's good music in this game.
It's great music.
It's fantastic. This is a very good game. It's probably one of my favorite games I've played this year.
Oh, without a doubt.
Outer Wilds, this.
Oh my god.
Devil May Cry. Played a little game last week, for those of you who don't know about it, called Elsinore, which is just Hamlet in real time, and you're playing as Ophelia. And you can, it's a time loop game, so when you die, you go back to the start, but you keep all the knowledge that you've learned, so you keep on trying to learn to try and stop the Hamlet tragedy from happening. It's a really great game.
That's cool.
It's super cool. If people want something that's kind of really different,
that sounds amazing.
That's another really smart game that I've been playing lately.
Let me just smack this guy real quick. Yeah, no problem, Amanda.
Yeah.
It's our pleasure.
Bonk 'em. Iron Axe Plus.
Yeah, also, Jamberg, I love that stupid monastery song. I love the little, like, almost like drum and bass trap beat things
There's
they have on there.
There's a little bit of stuff behind it, yeah.
So good.
If you
like
listen real close.
It's so stupid. I love it. Let me smack this guy.
Man, let's just stream this.
I just wanted to stream it all day. Let's just stream it all day.
I mean, I'll have my guide about which house to choose later on.
Yeah.
My recommendation is honestly, if you want like cool chill people, play Golden Deer. If you want like a pretty good balance of units, play Blue Lion. If you want what I think is arguably maybe the better story experience, play Black Eagle. Just because there's some plot twists later on that being on the Black Eagle Route 4 is like,
ooh,
it's actually pretty big. Or it offers a lot of insight that you might not otherwise have, which is really, really cool. In general, I would say choose whichever one you like. Blue Lions are kind of narcs. And then if you don't do Black Eagle the first time around, play it the second time. I think it's totally worth it. Man, you're using that Sword of the Creator.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a whip sword.
Yeah, it's very like Ivy from Soul Calibur.
Now I'm just thinking about Cervantes, though. Like, I know everybody wants to talk about Ivy because everybody's like, oh, Ivy, her big boobs and sexualization. And then for me, I always go, remember the fact that there's just like a pirate?
Yeah.
There's just a pirate in that game.
They were just like, y'all want a pirate?
And I say that because Cervantes is Ivy's father.
I guess it worked out.
Some lore knowledge for all of you.
Dropping some lore in the chat.
Also, Yoshimitsu. What's his deal?
What is his deal?
I don't know.
Whose man's is that?
Yoshimitsu. How does it work?
Yeah.
I say. With my juggalo face paint
Yeah.
on. How does he work?
How does he work?
Oh, geez, she has so many spells.
Look at all that. Look at those C
Getting
grade
some support from
support.
people. Yeah. Boom.
Toma.
You underestimated me.
She's great.
Shh. You underestimate.
You got pretty much everybody on lock.
Yeah, we're good. We're Gucci. This guy's.
I'm so Gucci.
Uh-oh. You thought. Sorry, I peeked there a little bit. Boom! Alright, who's gonna get it? Homeboy's gonna get it.
Yeah, you mess him up. I don't know how much positional stuff matters in this.
Yeah, and I just like to give some space for anybody behind us.
It used to be that in certain games, positionally, like attacking from behind had a lot more things.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks, man.
Sometimes if you do that, some of those skills will prevent them from moving after or whatever. I think that might be one of them. Right, it's going to break him there.
Yeah.
Kind of knocks him back, stops him from moving in the next turn.
Can't move now.
I mean, Leone could just finish him off.
I'm actually going to see if she
Flame
can
could,
do
yeah.
it. Yeah, give her some XP.
Yeah, that's smart.
I should have finished that other guy, too, but
I would have just made
whatever.
her, like, adjutant to Byleth or something.
Adjutant.
I am maturing at a rapid pace.
Normal thing to say.
Totally, totally normal thing to say. I guess I do got to watch this guy.
No, because Lawrence can kill him.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, I guess he's pretty weak.
Yeah,
Let's
right
give it to Lawrence. Lawrence, you want this? You want to hit this?
Yeah, nailed him. Done.
Yes. Ooh, and it's a
Oh.
crit. Big Crit. That's a good album. You should check that out sometime. It
Big-
just came out.
Big crit.
Yeah, Big Crit album's real good.
Now
Yeah.
I see.
Oh yeah. Who's the MVP? Take a
Yeah.
guess.
I'm always so somebody's talking about like having facing not matter being something in Fire Emblem. That's hard. That makes a difference because like it made I think for a lot of people in chat, maybe if I dare presume, a lot of people's first experience with tactics games could have very well been something like
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy Tactics, where
Yeah.
position absolutely matters in that game. Position and elevation totally matters.
Let's do another quest.
Yeah, well, you got the one more to spare
Yeah, the best of the best.
with the Holy Knights of the Holy Kingdom of Fergus, which is where Dimitri is from.
Let's do that one.
Might as well. Seems pretty easy. Most deployed Edelgard. Damn right. Oh, are all the most deployed units from Black Eagle House?
Whatever, man.
Who
cares?
Oh, tilt the thing and show them.
Oh
we
yeah,
can't-
if you tilt your Joy-Con or your Pro controller,
Your little
Blythe sprite
pixel Byleth runs
or
around.
Byleth. See, I said Blythe
You
again.
did. It's okay, man.
It's alright. Okay, what do we got?
Oh,
What do we
it's
got?
this map.
Got some of these fools.
Well, you're just training with friendly soldiers from the kingdom of Fergus.
Got this jerk. Oh, we got it. I thought that was a
Well,
chest.
he has Leone, so I might have just peeked the mic there because I got so excited. He has Leone right now because he's just Golden Deer. I got Leone yesterday in a Black Eagle run after just being like, "Hey, you want to be friends?" And eventually she was like, "Actually, I want to be better than you because I want Geralt to be my dad." And I was like, "Well, we can be friends. Join my
Yeah.
house." And she was like, "I'll join your house."
That's exactly how she sounds, too.
Yeah, 100%.
Am I missing somebody?
Chie Satonoko
Oh no, I'm good.
looking Sumagun.
Oh, this song. Look at you hear the strings?
Mm-hmm. It's good. It's possible that your units are split in two groups. Because that happens
No.
a lot on this map.
No, I think we're just cornered.
No, because I've had a couple runs on this map where they've been like, boop.
All right, let's there's some XP over here. Yeah.
Ready anytime.
Let's see what his movement's like. Okay. All right, we can do this.
I
We
stand
got
ready.
this. Chat, give me some suggestions. What should I have for lunch? I'm hungry.
I don't know, man. Get me something. I had a bagel for the first time this morning in a while.
Oh heck yeah! You want to get some pizza?
Pizza? Is there? I mean, there must be. We're in New
There's some
York.
decent pizza a couple blocks down that I
I'll
found.
get a slice or something.
Okay, here
I
we
gotta
go.
start writing about more Fire Emblem. I think my draft is due to Natalie at 3 or something.
Shout out to Natalie.
Natalie, our wonderful, most recent editorial addition to the website.
She's the best.
She's fab,
Let us away.
Oh yeah, Flane.
but she's in
Oh,
like
wait, hold on.
not in New York, so she doesn't get to stream. So
Yeah.
y'all don't
Ready
get
and
to
willing.
chill with her.
Yeah, only we do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Bye.
Nailed it.
It was a good
Yeah,
try.
I'm a big fan of the flank. You know what I mean? The pincer attack. That's my go-to anytime I play team-based
I mean, you weren't really pincering them.
shooter. Well, I mean, I'm
would be both sides.
I'm setting it up.
Oh, I understand
what
what
I'm
you're saying. I understand what you're saying. 100%.
Let's.
I got you.
I got this.
Yeah, you see?
Is Flane actually
got
good?
this.
She can be. Anybody in this game can be good, right?
Yeah.
You just have to develop them and focus, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Toma, 2 hits. I didn't even need all 4.
Should've trained better.
Yeah, that's right.
First time I saw Raphael, I was like, this guy's a jerk and I hate him. And it turns out, he's okay.
He's a goofball.
He's pretty good.
He's got a good heart.
But I remember I saw this
Oh no.
at
that's
your
not
apartment that one time, and I was like, look at this Spartacus motherfucker. And you know what? He's fine.
right. This Spartacus looking
Totally fine.
ass.
All the characters in this game are fine, except
Stay focused.
Lawrence pre-time skipped.
Oh, I can reach you from here.
Yeah, is it going to do the whip thing?
Yeah, it's gonna do that. Check
Ready?
this out, everybody. Oh yeah,
Super good.
that's hot.
Really good.
Do y'all have favorite characters? Do we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Petra,
Petra.
and yeah, Petra for me, Hilda for me. Who else do I love?
Petra's so good.
Oh, I love Leonie,
Leonie's
who I'm
super
highlighted
good.
right here. She is real cool. She's also like very humble, and she like, I love the fact that she's like, yeah, I make soap. I make my own soap, and I do this, and I'm like, she's very.
Petra's cool.
Like
Ash
that.
is like a super sweet boy.
Let's go this way.
Trying to think who else. Edelgard. I love Edelgard.
Yeah, you really love Edelgard.
Yeah.
She freaks me out a little
I'll
bit.
friggin'
You'll die for Edelgard.
yeah. She's gonna ask me to, like, murder a bunch of people, very clearly, and I'm 100% down with it. Like
Yeah.
let's do it. Black Eagles. Let's go.
Who else do I love here on this limited roster that I have?
I actually like Hubert too, even though he's a
Hubert,
super
yeah.
creeper.
I like Ignatz. I've talked at length so far in this stream about how much I love his doofy.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who
Backstory.
else. I think I like
Healer.
Caspar more than other people do. Caspar's kind of like a boring character for Black Eagle, but I turned him into a really good brawler, so he's pretty cool. Oh, Shamir.
Oh my god, I love Shamir.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh my god.
For a minute, I was like,
I want her to kill
I
me.
know there's a character we're forgetting, and the answer is 100%
It's Shamir. Yeah.
Shamir, the assassin who
Ugh.
could murder us in our sleep.
She is so
Oh,
fine.
she's great. We love her,
Love her so much.
and she has support scenes with Petra, so even better.
Oh my! I would 100% die for Shamir.
Yeah,
It's not even a question.
I mean, she would 100% kill you.
Oh, I mean, I would be happy to be killed by Shamir.
Yeah.
It'd be an honor.
Great.
Let's go kill this fool. Oh, I can't reach over there.
She would say something snarky and break your neck.
Oh my god, it'd be great.
Hmm.
Let's go. Oh, whoop! I peeked there a little bit. Sorry. Yeah, come see me, guys.
Yeah.
I
no,
said that and then I like backed off.
I think honestly, my honest answer is that my two favorite characters are Petra and Edelgard. Claude is high on that list too, though.
Claude's good.
Claude's really great.
I'm silence your ass again, fool.
She'd be like, "Don't."
Shh. You thought.
I guess
I always read that as edgelord. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
funny.
most people do.
That's funny. Yeah, try it. Try it, buddy.
Silence spell like an angry mom. Like, don't.
Wait, can I? Yeah, let's build a little wall here. Can I go over here?
Do you put one of the? You can put her in like cover somewhere.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, like some people will come, but she probably dodge them.
Yeah.
I mean, she's mounted, so her evasion's gonna be high anyway.
Yeah, her skirt level is pretty high.
Skirt.
That's the official term for it.
Yep, it's
It's in the
100%
yeah. Let's go
official.
to-
Yeah, a nice little sneaky breaky movement there.
Sneaky snakes. Yeah.
Yeah, getting set up. I see what you're doing.
You see what I, you see what I
I see
mean?
you. Can feed Claude forward, take some shots. You can probably hit that mage right there.
Oh, you're dead, buddy.
Done.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
dead.
he's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's super
Never
good.
underestimate an outsider.
That's right.
Amazing.
Ooh, no, girl. You're not built for that.
No, go back here and hide in these bushes.
Yeah, go hide behind this house. Let's zoom in. Hold on, let me zoom in and see what that looks like. Yeah, let's just go hide in the bushes over here.
Brave.
No one
Super
can reach you here. Wait, what?
You're not moving
No,
her.
I'm not moving her. Let me get out of this foolish view. Let's see what we got.
Somebody said Claude seems so boring. Nah, the boring one, at least at first, is Dimitri. And then Dimitri is like,
Can I get a do-over?
he's one of those ones where you're like, he's another one of those ones where you're like, oh, post time skip. You're like, oh, Dimitri. Okay, you're intense and interesting.
Yeah.
But at first he's just like, I'm a decent fellow, and you're like, that's cool.
It's like real life, man. People
And then
graduate.
and then later on he's like, actually, my soul is tormented. It's
yeah, eye
great.
patches.
Post time skip Dimitri is top tier. Heather, have you played Vanquish? I like it a lot. I think it lacks a little bit of focus. I think Shinji Mikami has done better,
I guess it worked out.
which is easy to say because he did friggin' Resident Evil. But what I mean is that, like,
Oh, what's this here?
I think I've seen Mikami do. Like, Vanquish is cool mechanically, but it doesn't, like, that gameplay style doesn't support the full game. It's weird. Like, halfway through that game, you're like, oh, I'm still playing Vanquish. It's kind of boring.
I'm so sorry. My favorite line. Okay.
Right on up.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get
Finish
it,
him
buddy.
up. Yeah.
Get him, Lawrence. Yeah, so someone's talking about past Fire Emblem art styles. How do you feel about the art style compared to previous ones?
So I'm somebody who is like team Fire Emblem Gaiden. I'm so much more interested in like Path of Radiance or whatever than something like Fates. So I prefer characters like this who feel a little bit more, I guess, normal.
Sorry, but victory is mine.
But it also means that things feel a little samey,
Sure.
a little safe.
Yeah.
Again, I think everybody improves post-time skip just in terms of design. Like,
Oh yeah. God. Yeah.
because at first the problem is that everybody has to be like a student or like kind of generic student-y. And then it's like, oh, now everybody can be like their own characters. Yeah, that seems
Yeah.
good.
Come through, buddy. Wait, who's still over here? Oh my God, she's in the bushes.
I'm helping.
Yeah, you thought.
Whoa.
Shh. Oh.
Oh, gorgeous.
Celebrate later.
She's so good. She was one of the first characters I saw that was like, oh, I need to recruit you.
Yeah, she's dope.
I think a lot of people felt that way.
Let me get the bushes here.
Yeah.
Whew. Bye.
Pure grit.
Whoa.
Oh my.
She's really going for it.
Okay, cool. We can still fight. All right. I might just try to. Nope.
You miss your favorite boy Hector? Good news, if you play Black Eagles and you just spec Edelgard into all the axe classes, you're basically playing with Hector again.
Oh, it's done.
Oh, he's just gonna body them.
Oh God.
The thought of food has invigorated me. So I'm gonna tell you. So I'm writing something today about all the classes, and since somebody mentioned Hector, I'm gonna mention each write-up. I mention the what I say the class mascot, by which I mean just like the main character of each class, and I say Edelgard might be one of the most valuable units in the game with remarkable girth stats that make Fire Emblem, the Blazing Blades, beefy General Hector blush.
I'm moving the sprite, by the way, but check it
Yeah,
out.
you can make them run around. Edelgard is a super valuable unit.
You can jump with B, by the way.
Yeah, you can hop around. It's not the same, like, you don't get the same type of bustedness in this game as you do from, like, say, you know, you're playing Conquest and you give Xander a lodestar so he can play as, like, certain, whatever that class is or whatever. Like, you don't get that level of brokenness, but if you focus on, there are a couple characters in this game whose stat growths are just really freaking good, and Edelgard's one of
Let's do
them.
this again.
Oh man, I always accidentally hit it twice.
Happens, man.
What a fool.
It's okay.
Good thing it's not my real save. What do we got? What do we got? Ooh. So a pro tip in this screen, if you don't get the praise thing, if you don't get a perfect lesson, hit B to skip ahead because you will accidentally hit A again on this thing and do it more times than once if you didn't plan on doing that. That's my little contribution too.
I'm great at riding horses.
No.
He has his stinking roses.
This was hardly a
Hardly a challenge.
Tuxedo mask. My work here is done, but you didn't do anything.
Good job learning. Okay.
Yeah, I thought Raphael was going to be like a lot more problematic-y. Not to focus on that stuff too much, but like, I love food.
yeah.
And there's parts of that, but he's actually not, you know. Because I just played FF14 Shadowbringers, which I adore. But there's one character in that in particular who's a villain, whose thing that makes him villainous is basically just, I am big and fat. And it's like, video games need to be a little bit better about that stuff.
Yeah, that's
So-
true.
So I was actually glad that with Raphael here,
He's got some
they
substance.
they did a pretty good job with him.
Yeah, I like that. I like his little story about his
Yeah,
little sister.
everybody's got some decent depths. These are well written characters.
Yeah.
All thanks to your help.
So we got a little bit more time to goof
Well,
off
we're-
and go from there.
Yeah, maybe we'll try one of the.
But I'm gonna have to break off and finish writing this guide.
Yeah, maybe we'll stop it here. I mean, that's been an hour. It's been a good chunky stream for everybody. If anyone has any final questions before I begin my lecture.
How do you recruit other students faster? Somebody asks. Honestly, you just got to focus on the one that you want.
Yeah.
And then the thing that you can do is, because having a support with them increases the odds,
Professor,
is like
have you been looking for me?
tea
I am
times,
very
choir
busy, you know.
lessons,
I must.
shared meals.
Oh, so this is when I gotta check him, because you're like they've been getting complaints about him.
You look like a vaguely.
What did I tell you about
That
falling
looks-
victim
Like, I'm not gonna say your
Foolish.
character looks a little Reiki,
Yeah.
Obviously a conspiracy against me.
but he looks a little
it's
intense
a
right
little
now.
sus.
Professor, I assure you, my adversary has poisoned the hearts of these.
You need to control yourself,
Yeah, dude.
my guy, is what I would say.
But
Like the dude in
please understand, Professor. I am attempting to fulfill my duty.
Lilo
It is
and
my
Stitch.
responsibility to
Educate
continue
yourself.
our noble line by it is a rigorous.
I was thinking the scene with Tupac and Juice.
Speaking of lecture, Heather should be a professor. All of her thoughts on
Aw.
games
Yes.
are so studied and
Brothers are
interesting.
full
Oh, I'd be a
of-
terrible professor.
Which is not
I would
merely
do terrible in
thinking about
academia.
benefit
I don't
past
think
laws,
so. I think
but
you'd
No,
kill it.
there'd be way too much red tape.
So, as you
You just. What does that mean?
Cause like academia is like all about like file this thing in a journal and do blah blah blah.
Oh yeah.
There are very. Oh God, no, I'm gonna start some beef and I don't mean to. There are very few actual like raw games academics who like I sit down and read who I care for. It's like I don't need to.
My Heather Academia.
I don't need to know what Ian Bagost always thinks about everything.
I would be a good substitute teacher. Oh, let's see how this plays out. Or is this isn't really a spoiler, right?
No, this is
talked
just
about
the
it.
dance thing, right?
Let's see how this goes, and then we'll end it after that. 'Cause
But I
want
guess
some
we didn't
pizza.
train. We
Oh,
didn't
he's
train Claude, huh?
Let's just see how it shakes out.
I mean,
Oh,
the
baby
bad
girl.
news is that's Shamir, by the way. She's great.
Yeah, look at Shamira.
The bad news is that you're probably gonna have to go up against Dorothea. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's got it in the bag. Her JoJo looking ass.
Mother.
Holy shit! Oh no! Holy shit! Oh shit!
Oh my God.
Look at that fool, Millie rocking.
You might get it.
Splendid.
All right, come on, judges. You know you
She's
like
gonna say
Claude.
Black Eagle House.
The golden
Yeah, you
Whoa!
already know what time it is.
You might get it. I mean, the thing is, on this save, it's like,
golden
so you win. But there'd be no reason to turn Claude into a dancer.
Yeah, I know.
But you can. We can show them what Claude looks like as a dancer.
We done did it.
Nailed it.
burden to be great at
I know it's true. It's really a burden.
Oh, he's so good.
It's really a burden. I might actually save after this, so if we stream it again, we can pick up right where we left off, so people can
Yeah.
tune in later.
Or theoretically, one day we can hop back into one of my Black Eagle saves.
Oh,
I'll start
yeah.
making alternative saves. That playthrough, I will 100% confess, is the playthrough that I'm doing. Black Eagle is actually a casual playthrough right now, because my life was full of bullshit and I needed to chill.
Wait, so is Dorothea in your?
She's Black Eagle.
Damn it.
She's great.
Let's talk another time. Let's get to it. Whose birthday is it? Dimitri.
Dimitri?
Just get him some flowers. Just keep it moving, bro.
I tried to do a tea session with him, and all you have to do is answer, like, be like, do you like weapons? And he's like, yeah, I love them.
Why do you ask?
And he's like, oh, yes, of course. And you're like, Dimitri, I got you pegged for, like, the easiest mark of the world. It's great.
Dimitri is a cop.
Yeah, and then he becomes, like, a pirate.
Word. All right, let's see if
He
I
has,
have
he has an eye patch. So you completed that quest from,
yeah.
so, like, got some renown
And I got some items.
for them statues. You got a new battalion.
Yeah.
Got 2 new battalions. A lot of renown.
All that good stuff. Let's see what the
I
see what he
mean,
looks like.
So actually, the way you do that for that one is pop back out. Go all the way out. Go to your menu. Go to inventory. Go to reclass. And go to unique.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you can,
Oh, it doesn't
See it.
show it.
but
Can
that's
we
how you
change
do it. The
Let's
game,
change it.
because I was like, oh, this game doesn't do a good job of showing me. Oh, you might be able to do that and then hop into the
Yeah,
other
the
menu.
certifications. Yeah.
Yeah. What's our bud look like?
What do you look like, bro? Oh, look at this tug wearing
Hey,
ass.
he's not bad.
That's pretty good.
He's good.
Looks
the
comfy.
nice thing about dancers is, if you what you could have done is you could have given it to Lithithia,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and that class can still use magic, so she wouldn't lose her magic abilities, but
Right.
she would gain the ability to give characters an extra turn.
Let me just show off one more thing before we leave. I just want to show off what that outfit looks like with the cape on.
With cloak.
With cloak. I love the way it moves.
Slow down, Rommel.
Look at that. Yeah. All right, cool. That's a
yeah,
perfect place to end it for today.
Pretty good.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. We really, really appreciate it. This will be up on the YouTube archive later as well.
Yeah,
So
Pegasus in the
Look at
sky.
I can fly twice as high.
Take a look.
It's
in a book.
Read it, rainbow. See you, everybody.